Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Live Show. It's a Sunday night. You know what that means. We're here for our Dune Prophecy Season 1, Episode 6 review as we conclude the season finale with this review. And, of course, this is Nerd Channel here to host show notes. We're one of our co-hosts, Brad Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Wonderful, wonderful Sunday night.
Oh, excuse me, and the feeling's right. Yep. Man, Sunday night, man. The last Dune Sunday we'll have until season 2 comes our way. But for now, man, before we can get into the review, how are you doing, Brad?
I'm doing good. Had a eventful day. Worked on my driveway, so we got that working.
What do you mean you got
So we regraded my driveway and added I guess more dirt to it, so it wasn't as bad. So we did that today. And also after that I got to watch The Substance.
Oh, nice. You got to watch it. You got a free movie subscription or what?
Yeah, movie. A little free movie going on.
Free movie trial. Yeah. Well, man, I'm glad you finally got to it. Oh man, what a freaking crazy movie, right?
Very well done, I'll have to say. Demi Moore is excellent in it.
Yeah, man. I love Demi Moore in it, man. She's amazing in that movie. What a fucking ride, right? It's crazy, man. It's such a great movie. But other than that, nothing else you've gotten to watch?
No. That was about it. So that's what I was able to get to today.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Other than Dune.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, that's what we're here to talk about, right? Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, let's see. Got up. We went to go see Lord of the Rings: The War of the Rohirrim. Anime film of Lord of the Rings, which is pretty fucking good. It's pretty good. I really liked it. Came back and we went to go get some sushi and stuff, and we fucked around and waited for a little bit of time before happy hour started at the sushi place we like to go to. So sushi could be half off. So we did that. Came back. I streamed. Got one of my guns gold. One of the last ones I wanted to. Well, not one of the last ones, but one of the last SMGs that I wanted gold. Got that gold. Was a little rough. Nobody was in chat. Nobody was really viewing. So, that I've done and watched this episode, and was kind of dozing in and off. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of tired today. But that seems to be it, man. Yeah. I need to sit down and finish Horizon. I need to finish that up. I need to get to other stuff, but yeah, I was kind of asleep, man. Oh my god. That was one impressive golden Nerf gun. Yes, Stacy. Yes.
Big head mode.
Yeah. But yeah, man, just wasn't a great stream, but oh well. I mean, it happens, and I guess I just gotta keep grinding. Whatever that fucking entails.
I don't know. I mean, I try different games. I guess try different things. I do not know.
That's what they keep telling me. It's like, hey, stream what you like, Rode. And it's like, okay, but like, I'm streaming what I like. It's not really working.
I don't know.
Yeah,
that's the issue. I don't. Otherwise, I'd tell you. But
yeah. Well, who knows, man? Oh well. I'm just gonna keep on grinding.
You just gotta keep having fun with it.
Yeah.
I think that's top priority.
I played what's it called, Lethal Company yesterday. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, without me.
Yeah. Well, Brad, what's it called? You could have been on Black Ops with me today.
No, I was working on the driveway.
Yeah, that's right. And you were watching The Substance.
And I was watching The Substance after.
Which is fine. You should probably be watching The Substance.
Yeah, I do have a top 10 list finally. So I have gone to number 10.
Yeah. A concrete Top 10.
So I have a top 10 that may change as I watch more movies, but I am at number 10.
We have a pretty confident top 10 right now.
Yeah, so I have top 10 right now.
Yeah. It's not like before where it was just Deadpool and Wolverine at number 1 because it was the only 2024 film you had watched. Yeah.
Other than the one in February that we figured out was a 2024.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm glad that you've gotten to more stuff, Brad.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I have some more that I need to get through as well.
I will say the substance was a good request. So
yeah,
I will say that is on the list somewhere.
Nice. Yeah, those last 10 fucking minutes are pretty crazy, right, Brad?
So metal.
Yeah, man.
That's all I gotta say. Not to ruin anything, but fucking metal.
Yep. I love those last. Man, you should have seen me in the theater, bro. I was going fucking nuts, man. Absolutely fucking nuts.
I thought Mandy was metal. That's metal.
Yeah. Oh god. But yeah, man. I mean, other than that, Brad, I think we should probably start doing this thing, huh?
Yeah. Let's start talking about Dune so I can go to bed.
Yeah. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this. So if you have not watched this week's episode of Dune Prophecy, you should probably get out of here. We care about spoilers, but if you don't care about spoilers or you've already seen the episode, this is your one and only spoiler warning. It is in effect after our words from our sponsors. In a 5, 4, 3. Hold on, let me find it. Or 2, 1. Today's episode of the Nerdcore Live Show is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off with code TheNerdCore. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video. All right, Brad. So it's not gonna have a title, but we know the title, right? The episode, season 1, episode 6, the high-handed enemy. We have no plot or synopsis here.
Of course not. It just dropped.
It literally just dropped, right? Yeah. Episode is directed by Anna Forster, and from the novel Sisterhood of Dune, written by Brian Herbert and Kevin J. Anderson, based on the novel Dune by Frank Herbert. And developed for television by Diane Adamu-John and Alison Shapker. Written for television by Elizabeth Patton and Suzanne Rubel. And executive story editor is Suzanne Rubel. Starring Olivia Williams, Travis Fimmel, Jodie May, Sarah Sophie Bosnia, Chloe Leah, Chris Mason, Mark Strong, Jade Anuka, Edward Davis, Fullion Cunningham, Ayofi Hines, Jessica Barden, Camila Bippet, Barbara Martin, and many more. There's a lot more. There's a whole fucking sisterhood in here. So yeah. I highly doubt there's any trivia, but let's see if anybody was pretty quick, right?
Yeah, probably not.
No, not.
Nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah. All right. Well, with that said, I guess I'll open it up here. Brad, what are your initial thoughts on Dune Prophecy Season 1, Episode 6?
I will say I wish the rest of the season was like this episode. that's kind of what I wish. Also, Chloe Leah, who plays Sister Lila, should be given many awards because she literally had to play 3 different people.
Yeah.
So, and I enjoyed this episode. I thought it went great. You know, does it leave more questions than answers? Yes, because there's a second season coming. So that's expected. So we leave off kind of in turmoil in mostly every bit of the story we've had. Tula's now in custody by her own son, which we had guessed. And Lila is taken over by Sister Dorothea, who has shown what the Harkonnens have done to the Sisterhood at the bottom of the pond in the middle of their place. Yeah, so, I mean, it's a very interesting way to end this season.
Yeah. I agree with you, Brad. I wish that this season played out like the last 3 episodes. I thought this was a great episode as well. Don't necessarily think it's better than the third episode, which explored Valia's past, and
Could
I
be.
think
Yeah.
that this was still a really good episode. I just found myself, really, really interested in what was going on here, man. I really thought that what we uncovered about Desmond, what we kept, figuring out with the subplot with Lila, aka Dorothea, and
AKA Sister Raquel,
yeah,
AKA
all these
Lila.
different fucking ones. Yeah, like Jesus, man. Um, but I found it to be pretty damn good, man. I was just really interested in what we were doing this season, man, and it sucks that it really took a while for us to get there.
Well, and we had a Game of Thrones kind of ending because now the Emperor's dead, Francesca's dead. I'm sure there's some other deaths in there that I didn't account for.
Yeah,
And I still think the main part of this whole season, I think the best part has been Desmond Hart because he's been kind of an enigma, and now we know kind of his backstory, so that's kind of nice to end it there.
yeah. So we get to confirm that Desmond is her son, is Tula's son.
Yep, which we guessed.
We context clues and
Pretty
media
much,
literacy,
pretty much.
right? I'm pretty sure you would have guessed it, right? But yeah, in case it needed to be explained to some people,
It's true. That I mean, yes.
Yeah, there's still some people who've been like, "Wait, so is she your son or not?" Yeah, like so, you gotta spell it out for some people.
And then we know this disease is from a machine.
It's a bioweapon from a machine.
Yeah.
And I really like how they use that with the fight with well, not much of a fight, but standoff between what's it called, Valia and Desmond.
Yeah. And then we get the vision of him basically being turned into a machine. Which,
Yeah.
by the way, could not have felt great having his eye pulled out and then electronics stuck in there. So
yeah, jeez, man. But found that stuff. I think to me that was the strongest part of this whole season was everything we were doing with Desmond and really how it felt like this character who is very mysterious and we don't know, and now we actually find out like, oh, this guy is like really like a big deal, and the stuff going on with with Atula, and that he was Tula's trying like to get him to to what's it called, to what, how can I say this, not trying to turn him, but trying to like make him understand of like what's going on, and nope, gets her arrested.
I mean, that's a really hard sell, like right away.
Jon Snow's still alive, things like that.
like I mean, you'd have to unpack a whole lot of stuff in order to forgive your mom, who basically gave you away onto a desolate planet, apparently. So I mean, I don't blame Desmond for that. Like, that's a very hard sell right there.
Yeah. And then, man, the stuff with the Emperor, holy crap, what a reality check Jacino got, man.
Whew, from Sister Valia sitting in his throne and calling him basically a weak worm. Actually, I think she did call him a weak worm.
Yeah, he was just like, hey.
like literally.
Which is true, man, because it's like, hey, everything that's been happening has been carefully planned by the Bene Gesserit.
Yeah, I mean, they had it before he was born. They had planned him and, his wife getting together, and then they planned Francesca being there.
Yeah. It's all leading to wanting to have
Inez
on the throne.
Yeah.
Which kind of takes a sharp turn.
Which I still think we may see, because, again, now we are in Arrakis at the end of this. We're in Arrakis with Princess Inez and an Atreides, and then Mother Valia.
Well, remember what I told you, Brad, that this was really felt like the separation of the Roman of the Catholic Church.
Yeah,
where we got like
the
the Roman
Protestants
Catholic
and then the
Church and the
Catholics.
Eastern Orthodox
Yeah.
Church. So it's like, what's it called? Like the ones who are trying to like stick to the old ways of like everything.
Sister
Dorothea, the Roman Catholic Church,
Yep.
the Catholic Church. Whereas it seems that like Valia is
gonna
heading to
start her
kind
own.
of start her own, which is going to end up becoming kind of like the Eastern Orthodox.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it seems like to her plan is still very much, we need to have Inez on the throne. To me, it really feels like it's going to be a struggle for power there. And it looks like, to me, that little asshole son's going to be the one who's going to be on the throne.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, again, this is 10,000 years in the past.
Yeah.
And a lot can happen in 10,000 years. But something tells me with the Atreides, so 10,000 years from this point, we have an Atreides over Arrakis.
Yeah.
So we have an Atreides in Arrakis right now. So my feeling is that kind of continues on.
Yeah. I want to know how that's going to work into season 2, having both of them, working together to find out who this enemy is.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, he very much tells Desmond, like, I know, I hate the what's it called, the Harkonnens. Like, yeah, we have a blood feud and I hate them. It doesn't, but I hate you more. But I hate you more.
I hate the sisters. I hate the Harkonnens, but I really despise you, sir.
Yeah, but I really despise you, bro.
That's a lot of hate.
Yeah.
That's a lot of hate when you can forgive the sisters who basically destroyed a whole side of your family in one go.
Yeah. But Brad, you had a little complaint about how the fuck they can get into that secret spot.
Again, like literally, like for the past 5 episodes, they've needed the little key card thing that goes on the wall and like opens the damn door. And Lila, as Dorothea, goes with the crowbar and bam, bam, is in the damn thing. I'm like, what the fuck? The most secretive spot in the Sisterhood where they've kept the secret for a long time of these machines, and 2 crowbar hits. Like, really?
Well, to be fair, Brad, she was kept down there for a while.
I mean, yeah, she was kept down there, but
she might have learned something.
Then why the hell you have the little key thing on the wall? Like, why don't you just use a fucking key and lock it then? That make it more difficult.
Who the fuck knows, Brad?
I get it, plot point. They had to run through it quick, but still. And I like how it was literally a crowbar that you can buy from Ace. Like, I've seen that crowbar at Ace.
Oh God. But yeah, man. And then of course, holy crap. So like they want Francesca to be the one to kill Jacinco, and
she was
like, no.
She was too in love, which mother, the mother was wrong.
It was wrong. But Natalia gets her way. And
she gets the husband dead and Francesca dead.
Yeah.
So she's very
happy. Man, good for her, bro. Good for her. You know what, man?
I mean, that dude was two-timing.
Yeah.
But so was she. I don't know. I mean,
good for her, bro. She been sitting back, just watching her fucking husband, fall for this woman again.
Yeah. I mean,
well, she's just been ignored, and like she's obviously does it because she wants to make sure that her daughter's not going to stay in jail.
Well, I mean, she's the one who stuck her daughter in jail.
True. Either way, good for her. I was like, what?
But now we're going to have this vacuum of power with the Emperor dead.
That's the thing. And it sets for a really interesting ground where it's like, okay, who has the throne? And who is going to be supported to be on the throne?
Yeah,
is Desmond going to try to make a play for it?
Or is it one of the larger houses that's going to run for it?
Mm-hmm. It's to sell Dune branded crowbars, deep, troubling secret hidden away for decades, not for long with the Dune bar.
The Dune bar.
Well, I can tell you, Brad, for sure, since we see who is the Emperor in Dune.
Yeah.
That's not the case because the Carinos stay in power forever.
Yeah. So there's something going on there.
Yeah. But it does leave some interesting ground here, Brad. It really does leave some ground. I think that the work and the groundwork for season 2 has been set pretty nicely.
for the in this episode. So hopefully
Yes.
they continue that momentum.
Yeah. I want more of this great, visual effects, cinematography, good score. That's all great. I also love that, that Valia got to see her worst fear. And Brad, I'm gonna guess that this is where they get the little song of "Fear is the Mind Killer." You
Yeah.
know,
And do
is
you think that was an actual? Do you think Griffin actually blamed her for his death?
that's her fear, Brad. Her fear is that she's the one who killed him.
Yeah.
I don't think that might have been the case, but I think that's just what her fear is, that she was the one who killed Griffin.
Hmm.
Maybe because like she couldn't, the voice wasn't strong enough yet for her
They couldn't save him.
to save him. So maybe that's just her fears. Her fear is that because she wasn't strong enough yet, she wasn't able to save her brother.
I mean, and also her family
Media
was a bunch
literacy,
of,
Brad.
her family was a bunch of assholes.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
complete assholes.
yeah. But you also see that she's been super deceptive, Brad. And I love that moment when Tula uses the voice against her, and it's like, hey, this one thing, let me have this one thing. Let me be the one to deal with this. It's my fucking son.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't know if that comes to bite the Harkonnens back in
It
their
might.
ass. It probably will.
It might.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, all I know is like most of our main characters are still alive going into the second season.
Yeah. Yeah, except for the Emperor and Francesca,
Francesca. Yeah.
which I'm gonna guess that actress probably isn't really what's it called? Isn't cheap to be hiring. So
No,
they're like,
no.
hey,
Well, and I'm guessing Mark Strong's not cheap either because who
no,
knows where he'll end up because he's been on the Penguin and he's in this, so who knows
it's
where
just
we'll see
ant
him
films
next.
and
He's
yeah,
he's just going into freaking
he's
all the
completing side
television.
quests, Brad.
Yeah, he's just having fun at this point.
Yeah, but
Get killed off in the first season, why not?
yeah, why not? But I loved him as Haviko. I thought
Hmm.
he was a great addition to this cast. I think everyone did really good, and just was really into this season, into the second half. I think the first half is very rough. I think that it was very like rushed,
I
but
think I
once we
think
got into the second
I think
half, it really worked.
I think Raul's just happy we finally got to see sand
Yeah, yeah.
at the end.
I also liked that he wasn't actually ate by the sand, where he wasn't. He just got picked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, a machine picked him up. And what do you think, Brad? Do you think that they were?
The machine lives in the worm.
No,
I don't
definitely
think so.
not.
No.
I think it's more of like some of the what's it called, the machines that, like, once the war ended, some of those who were pro machine probably rounded up a couple and send them off to what's it called, to Arrakis, since they
Yeah.
know that no one's gonna go looking in Arrakis for machines,
No, and
especially with the Fremen out
well,
there.
yeah, and we have 10,000 years later, and doing part 1 and 2, which I have watched, where there are still unexplored places of Arrakis.
Uh-huh. So it's very possible that there's some machines out there in Arrakis that we
More
don't
than
know anything
likely.
about.
Yeah.
Strong will probably be in the next Sex and the City spinoff, and oddly interesting, oddly intense
Mhm.
season. Oh god. Um, but Brad, what's your final verdict on this episode,
I'm
and what's your
feeling that
final verdict on the season?
I'm feeling I think we've been given most of these episodes between like 7 and 7.5. I feel like this is one of the better ones, so I'm gonna go with the 8.25 on it. And then I think I'm gonna go with the 7.5 for the series as a whole.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I gave the last episodes.
Like an 8, I think. Maybe.
Did I?
Or 7.75.
You see, Brad, this is why I really gotta start just doing
We
episodically.
should write this down. We should have notes.
Yeah, yeah. This is really tough when you're trying to remember everything.
I feel like a 7.5 that encompasses the series for me.
Well, that's my score, a 7.5 for the season. But I'm trying
Yeah.
to see, because this is obviously not the best episode. To me, the best episode really was episode 3.
I think it's up there with 3. I mean, this might be the best for me just because it had a lot of action in it. Like there was a lot of things going on, but now I gotta wait. Who knows how many years to see
Yeah,
what happens?
yeah. I'm trying to figure out here. Let's see. What did I give episode 7. It's just episode 7 will probably tell me what I need to know. Yeah.
Episode 7. 7-Eleven.
You gave episode 7 and 7.5, Brad.
Okay. Well, I'm giving this one an 8.25. So, la-di-da-da-da.
Okay, what?
This is the ASMR section of the podcast as Rolf figures out his score.
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck. Did I give my score first? Okay, I gave this an 8. Okay, awesome. I gave 7 and 8. That means that I gave episode 3 an 8 as well. I'm sorry, episode 4. Episode 4, not 3. Episode 3 was the one that talks about their past, right? Damn, this is what happens when you have a terrible memory. Sisterhood above all. Holy treasure, young tulip worries about being accepted. Right. Yeah, 3 was the one about the origins. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this 7.75, Brad. And overall, I'm gonna give this season a 7.5 out of 10. I think that it's good. Knowing that this was affected by the strike probably has a lot to do with the fact that this was kind of all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that season 2 is stronger, and I hope that we have, better writing and directing in this, and I hope that it's a season that, flows a little better. But other than that, I mean, for the first ever Dune show inside of this universe that they're trying to create, not a bad place to start.
No. I think you can grow from this easily. I think you can have a fan base. They're giving it a season 2, so I think you have a fan base here who will be watching it, and then you have room to grow because you have people who will binge all of this, especially if they watch the first and second parts of
and knowing that we have Messiah on the horizon there. More than likely coming in 2027, which is very possible. 2026 probably. But chances are that you could be possibly getting Messiah and Dune Prophecy in the same year if it goes, like that. But who knows? But that said, that concludes our review of Dune Prophecy Season 1. And of course, we want to thank you guys so much for joining us. Check us out on nerdcore.com, Twitter, the Nerdcore _ Instagram, Letterboxd, TikTok on the Nerdcore, Patreon.com/the Nerdcore. And of course, we have our Discord link on the description below where you can talk to us about Dune, about Dune Prophecy, anything you want. You can talk to us in there. We'll always have a conversation with you guys. I'm always active in there, so I'll be at least talking to you guys. Sorry, Migs asked me when I'm scheduling a stream for Rivals. It's like, come on, motherfucker. What the fuck? Probably Tuesday? I don't fucking know.
On a Tuesday.
Yeah. We thank you guys so much for joining us. If you're on YouTube, make sure that you leave a comment, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss a single review that drops on the episode on this channel. And of course, if you're listening to us on your favorite podcast app of choice, make sure you leave a 5-star review and you follow us on your favorite podcast app. All that helps us out so much, man. Tomorrow we're going to be live on our Patreon, early and ad-free, before anybody else gets to watch it on Tuesday, the 24th, aka Christmas, for our last public Howard Hawks review. And then on Thursday, we have our mini pod, and that is going to be actually not it, because I leave the 30th, so we can do the 27th to 28th. But that'll kind of be it for reviews for us, man. This is the final 2024 show that we are reviewed. That means unless Brad and I can somehow magically get through City of God, The Fight Rages On, before the 6th, then maybe we can have something sneak in there. But for now, the way it looks like to me, top 10 is locked in and it's closed. But you never know. I might be able to catch up on stuff. I'm making priority on some films, though. Yeah. But you never know. You never know, Brad.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm watching movies, so
Yeah. But for now, it's safe to say that the TV side of things, it's closed. We're done. But with that said, guys, other than that, yeah, just we have ourselves this last week before we get done with this year, and just we have Creature Commandos and Skeleton Crew this week. This weekend that's coming up, we're still gonna be doing it on Friday and Saturday. But once the new year starts, moves over to Saturday and Sunday. Just obviously can't do it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this week because I'm gonna be in Mexico. So yeah. But I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. Brad, let's go ahead and send them out.
all right, Raul. Thank you, being host as always. Thank you to Stacy for once again joining us in chat. Thank you to our listeners out there, our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And I guess it's only right to end this episode with the famous line of "He who controls the spice controls the universe." Young Yoda out.
Say that again.